Hi, and good morning from Universal Studios. So I am here today to duplicate a challenge that I've done over at Disney, my random number generator challenge. I am going to go inside the park, grab a physical park map, and then use a random number app on my phone to determine what I do today, what rides that I ride, what shows that I see, where I end up eating and potentially shopping. It's all going to be random. Let's head inside. The park opens up in about 10 minutes or so. Park maps are going to be right inside the entrance of Universal Studios, Florida. Everybody's currently getting here because, again, the park opens literally in about 10 minutes, so I think I got here just in time to hopefully beat the crowds. Alright, so the park is officially open. Gonna go ahead and grab my park map right here, go find a quiet spot, get my app open and ready, and see where I end up going today. Okay, so I'm over by the Today Cafe. I have my map here. This is a two-park map, so this is the Islands of Adventure side, and this is the Universal Studios Florida side. This map is a little bit different than a Disney map because it doesn't just number them numerically. It looks like the attractions have numbers, and then the restaurants and merchandise locations have the letters, it looks like. So what I'm gonna go and do, there are 55 different options here. So I have my random number generator. I can put in a minimum of 1, then a maximum of 55, and then generate my number, and 31. So let's see which one of these is 31. So number 31 is the hopping pot back in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So I can grab a beverage back there to start my morning, and I just noticed that none of these are actually merchandising or shopping locations. These are all attractions, shows, or places to eat, which actually works really well with my random number generator challenge because there's not really a lot to do in the merchandising stores, so it kind of narrows it down a little bit, which really works out. So I'm gonna head back over here to the Wizarding World and go to the hopping pot. So because it's about 9 o'clock in the morning, there's a chance that some of these, at least food locations, aren't gonna be open yet, especially the hopping pot, but I want to think that because it's the Wizarding World of Harry Potter and it's a very popular location and people are probably heading there first, it should be open. See, like the crepe stand is not open quite yet. This is also pretty cool. They have some scaffolding set for the lighting for this scare zone for Halloween Horror Nights. So this isn't open yet. I'm hoping that the hopping pot is open. I hope so, because I'm hungry and I could go for a beverage. I got here right at park opening in hopes that if I did get an attraction like Rip Ride Rocket or Revenge of the Mummy or Escape from Gringotts, that I could go and get those out of the way before the crowds and the weather got here for the day, but we will see what inevitably ends up happening. All right, exiting out of Central Park over by the Simpsons area. Here's the Back to the Future Part 3 train. I am pretty hungry, so I may see if they have food over at the hopping pot. If not, then I'll probably just get like an orange juice or something like that. They have like a Harry Potter version of orange juice that's pretty good, a little bit tart. Bumblebee Man's Tacos is not open currently. A little bit foreboding. I hope the hopping pot is open. I imagine it has to be. Some food locations have to be open, right? I might have taken the long way around Universal to get back to the Wizarding World, but honestly, I really like this way. It's very relaxing, and the weather right now is incredibly temperate. The crowds are not here yet, so I am very happy about it. Okay, I made it to London. Let's head inside Diagon Alley and see if the hopping pot is open for the day. So honestly, I did not expect it, but right now, the hopping pot is totally open for the day, and there is not a line at all. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna get is what I was talking about a little bit earlier. It's, I think, the Otter's Fizzy Orange Juice. Right here, I'm gonna go and start my day with that. Alright, so I have my Otter's Fizzy Orange Juice right here, which I'm going to enjoy, but let's see where I'm gonna be going next. So I just went to the hopping pots. Let's generate another one. Number 8. So number 8 is a Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon. So I'm heading back to the front of the park, and this Otter's Fizzy Orange Juice, which I'm spilling everywhere, this is, I think, carbonated orange soda with vanilla, and then brown sugar and cinnamon around the rim there with an orange slice. So this is great. So I'm gonna keep working on this on my way over to Race Through New York and see where I go from there. Hopefully I can get some food soon because I'm still pretty hungry. I'm a little bit bummed because I was so close to getting to do Revenge of the Mummy, which is sad because I love Revenge of the Mummy, but that's how you know that I'm not redoing these challenges, these random number generated activities. These lighting towers were not here the last time I was at Universal, so it looks like they are indeed setting up for a scare zone. They have some props and set decorations out here as well. This is cool. Wow, they have a considerable amount of new props out over here in San Francisco. This is really, really cool. So there are some shows that are on the map. So if I end up getting those generated by the app, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna be doing with that. I don't think I'll be waiting until the next available show. I may have to regenerate a number in that situation. I guess I'll deal with that when I have to, I suppose. So straight ahead, this is the standby entrance for Race Through New York, which I think people are using right now. I don't think that they're utilizing the return time, the virtual queue quite yet, but I guess I'll go find out. Okay, it's only a 5-minute wait, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop in line for it. The Jurassic World Tribute Store. This is not on the map, but I do want to come do this before they close it for the Halloween Horror Nights Tribute Store, which is probably going to be pretty soon because Horror Nights starts in a month. Okay, I think we're pretty much good to go just straight upstairs to go straight onto the ride. Yep, there's nobody at all, either in line or upstairs, so just walking straight through to get onto the ride. Should be on and off of this in just a couple minutes. This is probably going to be the quickest that I've ever gotten on and off of this, so that's good. Alright, so I'm off of Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon. It's not my favorite ride of the world, but it's fun to do every now and then. So let's head outside and see where I end up next. There's hashtag the panda right up there. Well, that's fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and see where I end up next. Gonna generate my next number 17. Where am I going next? So number 17 is Fast and Furious Supercharged back over in San Francisco. I am just doing all of the exciting rides today, aren't I? At least maybe the wait time won't be that long, or maybe they have their single rider line available. It's kind of funny, whenever I do this challenge and I want to get attractions, that's when I get restaurants and bars, and then whenever I want to get some sort of a restaurant, somewhere to eat, somewhere to drink, that's when I get all the attractions. Sounds like the Beat Builders are doing their show right over here on the corner of New York and San Francisco, so hopefully I can get around all these people and get in line and get through Fast and Furious Supercharged as quick as possible. Not that I don't like this ride as well, but there are other attractions that I definitely favor in opposition to this one. Yes, the single rider line was open, so hopefully I can just walk up to the platform, hop on, and then maybe get somewhere to eat next. That'd be cool. The single rider line always looks like somewhere you really shouldn't be as a park guest. Always get a little bit hesitant every time I get in line for it, but there's nobody in line. It sounds really quiet the closer I get to the ride. And yep, there's nobody in line at all, or the single rider whatsoever. And here I am.
We're gonna keep you safe from shopping.
On
Keep you safe.
Fast and Furious Supercharged.
Turn off your
Oh
cell
boy,
phones.
I pretty much sat exactly where I'm sitting
Use one flash
last time. Alright, just got off of Fast and Furious Supercharged. I always wonder, every single time that I ride that, the point of that is that we're party goers going to an after party, and every time I get off, I wonder where the party is. There's party music here, but where's the party? Okay, so let's see where I am heading next. I'm gonna go ahead and generate my next number, which is 23. Am I going back to the Wizarding World? So as far as convenience, that works out really well, because number 23 is the night bus right over here in the Wizarding World. There's the conductor right over here on the front side of the night bus, but I think I'm gonna go around the back so I can just get a peek inside the night bus from the rear. All right, heading up to the back of the night bus, all destinations, nothing underwater. It's so cool you can step up here to actually look inside the night bus. And then the two different levels, it would be so neat to be able to go up the stairs to the second level up there, but alas, you can't. All right, so already moving on to my next randomly generated activity of the day, which is going to be number 3, Hollywood Rip Ride Rockets. Okay. So when I was here last, Rip Ride Rocket did not have a single rider line. It's about 11 o'clock now, so there may be a pretty substantial line built up for Rip Ride Rocket, and it's probably gonna rain here soon, so hopefully I can ride it. I'm excited to. It's always fun to have an excuse to ride the rides that I don't normally ride, which for whatever reason have exclusively been the rides that I've been doing today. I tell you what though, this challenge has been ping-ponging me back and forth around the park, which is fun, but relatively inconvenient. Transformers has an extended line all the way outside and down the building. It's a little bit foreboding. Rip Ride Rocket is still running though, so that's good at least. Hopefully I can do it before the weather eventually inevitably arrives, because it's been raining every single day in Florida. All right, hopping in line. It looks like it's a 55-minute wait. I don't think single rider is open. I'm gonna listen to the Rainbow Connection, which is code 902 for the secret menu. There goes the car going up the vertical lifts right there. Gonna go ahead and hop in line to, well, I guess go into the lockers first and then hop in line. They repainted this side of the building here, this Blue Man Group building. Now it's a boring production studio building. Boo! Okay, so I just got off of a Rip Ride Rocket. That was fun. It only took about 30 minutes, which honestly was not that bad. My lap bar was a little bit loose though. Didn't really like that. The lap bar was definitely locked, but it could jiggle in between the notches where it was locked at, so it's a little bit concerning, but I was still definitely safe. It was just the most I've been shaking around in this ride in a long time. Okay, so let's see where I end up next. I would really like to eat somewhere. So let's generate a number 44. ET Adventure. So, heading back to Kid Zone to ride yet another ride and eventually, inevitably, starve. Passing by Mel's, taunting me with chicken fingers, shakes, hamburgers, onion rings, fries, cheeseburgers, chicken sandwiches. There's a lot of lighting, scaffolding back here by Central Park for the scare zone that's going to go here at some point, presumably. This is cool. I'm definitely getting my exercise today, without a doubt. I made it back to ET, and I hope I have a little bit more luck riding this today than I did the last time I tried to ride it, which took a few times. And it looks like the ET Adventure is only a 20-minute wait, which is honestly pretty good. That's not bad. Okay, heading through the forest. The line stopped for a little bit, but then it really started to move and pick up fast. So let's take it on here just a couple minutes. Okay, so I'm on the ET Adventure. And now I'm currently in the wheelchair accessible vehicle, which I think is pretty interesting. I'll go ahead and finish riding this, and then see what my next activity today is. Whoop. And we're stopped. Okay, the girl behind me on ET said that this ride was boring and that it's probably going to be replaced, and then another girl said that this was her least favorite. What is going on, ladies? This is one of the best rides absolutely ever, and it deserves to go nowhere. Okay, so I'm probably only going to do a few more of these before heading out for the day because it's a little bit after noon right now, but let's see where I go next. Number 36. I'm heading over to the Duff Brewery, which probably only has beverages over there, so I'll get something. I am not meant to just have food today, apparently. So I don't think that they have food over here at the Duff Beer location. I was one number away from going to Krusty Burger, just one away, but nope. I gotta go get a beer. Okay, so I got myself a drink. I wasn't gonna get a beer, but then I decided, why not? So I got a Duff Light, which I'm already spilling all over myself. Okay, so I'm sitting right across from King of Kodos. I'm gonna drink this, and I'm gonna do one more activity today. So I'm gonna go and open up Nap here. There we go, get my generator, and see where I end up. Number 43. That is gonna send me back over to Kid Zone, isn't it? I think I'm gonna do Fievel's water slide. So it looks like I am not gonna be eating at Universal today. They did have pretzels over here at the Duff Bar, but I was trying to hold out for a actual quick service restaurant, hopefully, but nope. I'm just drinking today at Universal apparently. This is really good. By the way, it's a little bit bitter, but it has some citrus undertones, which I really enjoy. So an alternative way that I could have done this, which wouldn't have sent me back and forth across the park multiple times, is that instead of numbering these 1 through 55, and then generating a number based on that could have given me a duplicate, I could have just individually done the areas and the sections of the park. So I could have done one generated activity from Production Central, one from New York, one from San Francisco, one from Harry Potter, one from the World Expo, one from Springfield, Kid Zone, and then Hollywood. And then I would have done one activity in each area around the park and would have naturally sent me around the entirety of the park instead of going back and forth. So that's something that I could do if I ever wanted to do this. Again, I think I'll keep doing it how I've been doing it, but that's a different option, isn't it? All right, pretty much done with my beer. Heading over to Kid Zone now to see if the water slide is open, which is a question that I've had for a while, so at least I'll finally have that answered. Woo! Beer. One thing that I'm actually very happy about today is the weather. It is overcast and windy, and it feels fantastic. It's probably gonna rain in a little bit, but hopefully after I leave. The lines for the restaurants are starting to get a little bit long right now, so maybe I actually lucked out by not having to eat food at Universal because it's lunchtime, so the lines are starting to get long. All right, made it back to Fievel's Playland. Let's see if I can hop on this water slide. I hope. It's been a while since I've done it. And it does look like the slide is running right now, so I'm gonna head all the way up there to come down the water slide. It looks like the play area here is not open with the nets. Wow, it actually looks like the slide is the only part of Fievel's Playland currently open. The slides are not open. Back over here, there are gates and nets here preventing you from going up inside the play area. Wow, that's a little bit sad, but right back here, this is the entrance to the water slide. Just go up the stairs right here, all the way up to the top. Okay, I made it up to the top, but I wanted to show the view from up here because it's been so long since I've been up here. And I miss getting to run around this little area here, and then right over there, there's E.T. I'm sure it will open up at some point, hopefully at some point in the future. All right, about to ride the water slide here. Can't film this, so I'll see you in just a second. All right, I just got off of the water slide. I got a little bit wet, but it was worth it because it was so much fun. I love this play area because I'm almost 30 years old, and this is still pretty much exactly the same as when I used to come here when I was a lot younger. I love nostalgia. All right, so I think I can go and head out of the park now, having done as much as I did, which was quite a lot, honestly, around Universal. Wish I had gotten something to eat, but you know what? Maybe next time. So what I'm kind of thankful for is that on the map, they do have a few locations that are not here anymore at all, like Fear Factor Live and Curious George Goes to Town. So I'm glad that I didn't get those as part of my challenge today, as well as a few seasonal locations, like Schwab's Pharmacy and the Kids Own Pizza Company. I don't know why they're still on this map. This is an updated map because it has a Velocicoaster on it. I guess Schwab's is actually open today, so maybe that's not the best example, but there are definitely a few of those locations that are probably not going to reopen in the, at least, indefinite future, so it's odd that they would be on the map. Wow, Despicable Me is a 2-hour wait right now, so I'm probably heading out at the right time. They've added a good amount to this scare zone over here for Halloween Horror Nights. This is cool. 30 years, 30 fears. They've added a lot of different set decoration props here, so this is cool, as well as a massive sign that says Universal Orlando Halloween Horror Nights. That's currently a stroller parking area. So I do wonder if the scare zone is done or if they're going to be adding to it as the event progresses or it gets a little bit closer. There's another sign right over there. It's definitely exciting, that's for sure. So I was heading out of the park and I casually looked over the Universal Studios store, and right inside is the shirt that I've been looking for right there. This is the retro logo splatter paint Universal Studios Florida shirts that I've been looking for forever. Look at this, they're all different too. So I think I'm gonna get myself one and maybe Brennan too. All right, so I have a couple new shirts that I've been looking for forever, so I am very happy about that. This was a great day. I'm so surprised that the weather held out as long as it did. I'm so happy that I got to just do this challenge at Universal and it worked out so well. I get to ride a bunch of rides that I have not ridden not in a long time, but I don't normally ride them. Whenever I come to Universal, Race Through New York and Fast and Furious and Rip Ride Rockets. So I'm glad that I had an excuse to do that and then go to a few places that I don't normally go to get drinks. That was fun. I don't know, it was a great day. I was here for several hours, but I'm gonna go ahead and head on out to grab some food finally. And thanks for hanging out with me. I guess I'll see you soon. Have a great day, and goodbye.